Okay, you guys, what is up? King of Lightning gonna do HunterXHunter chapter 340, yo. Yeah. Alright, first of all, I do want to say that this chapter was, out of all the shonen thus far, this chapter was the best chapter this week, period. End of story. There's no debating that, alright? There's no debating that. This was the best chapter this week in shonen. Because what happened in this chapter, there was a lot of information. There was a lot. And I had to sit there and process. Like I read this chapter like maybe 7 times. I'm not lying to you, because there was so much information, and for me to review it was like whoa, because there was a lot. There was a lot. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do the synopsis, and then hopefully I'll make it a little bit quick. However, if I do take my time with it, then don't be surprised, because again, it was a lot of information. But after the synopsis, the review. So let's hop right in. All right. The chapter starts off and it's Cheeto, and Cheeto is officially the chairwoman and or Miss Chairman, and Cheeto is talking to the Zodiacs, the rest of the Zodiacs, with the exception of Pariston and Gin, and she's talking about an announcement that she has. But Beans runs in there and is like, "Yo, there's a situation, and we need to check it out. There's a problem, and watch the monitor." So he puts on the monitor, and we get to see this king. And he is the king of this nation called Kiken, alright? And Kiken is, I guess it's around China during the Ming Dynasty, during the Dynasty of the Three Kingdoms. For those of you Dynasty Warriors fan, yeah, around that era, with like the really big castles and the really big temples with like the really long and wide walkways for no apparent fucking reason, just really big. And what happens here is that the king of Kiken, he's talking about how his nation is going to go explore this dark continent, which I'll get into that later. And apparently, he had wait. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to go explore this dark continent because he doesn't believe in the old school system of the V5. Now, what is the V5? Cal explains that apparently, when people venture off into the dark continent, a calamity always hits the known world that we know as the HunterXHunter universe thus far. Alright? Kind of like Toriko with the human world and Gourmet world. The same thing here, alright? It's the known world and then the outside world. So, the known world always gets hit with a calamity whenever someone ventures off into the dark continent. Now, the V5 were the modern nations of the known world. And the modern nations of the known world had an agreement that they would never ever go venture off into the dark continent, or at least they wouldn't go too deep into the dark continent. All right, and the thing is, Kiken, because it was the 5 modern nations. However, it was I'm assuming that it was because the way that the chapter was going, I have to make the assumption that other nations that weren't modern nations also made that same agreement, that they would not go into the dark continent. However, Kiken, 30 years ago, according to Cheeto, 30 years ago, they had this whole entire change of government. They got rid of their nobility. They changed from an empire to a democracy, and they changed their name. So what's happening is that Kiken is using this change of name and this change of government in order to assert themselves as a completely new and different nation. Even though they're pretty old, they're asserting themselves as a new nation, and thus they're using that advantage so they can venture off into the dark continent. Now, what's happening is that, like the Zodiacs are debating, and then Bean says, well, like, that's not the big problem. Here's the big problem. And the leader of Kiken puts on his own monitor, where we see a picture of the former chairman, Netero. And basically, he's going over Netero's accolades, how he's the leader of the best organization in the known world, the HunterXHunter organization. Oh wait, and by the way, no, never mind. I'll get into it later. And he's going on about how he's so powerful, he's fought so many people, and he is introducing us to his son, beyond Netero. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? His son. He had his son, which tripped me out. I'm freaking out. The Zodiacs are freaking out. I'm like, yo, since when the hell did he have a kid? And this kid looks old, like an ancient old Chinese dude. Well, no. He looks like Guan Yu from Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, Guan Yu. All right, and the thing is, he can speak. He is a public speaker. Public speaking 101. Charisma. He has that up the butthole. Up the butthole. And he's taking the helm. He's speaking to everyone because he's speaking to everyone not only within his nation, Kiken, because we can see how it's set up where it's like there's a grand stage and like it's a huge ass stadium. It's fucking huge, all right? And he's talking to all these people, but also it's being broadcasted worldwide. And through this through this site called iTube, I was like, wow, iTube, YouTube, iTube. We all see, you know, fuck it, you guys get it. You guys get it. All right. But that being said, he's speaking, and basically his speech is this. All right. His speech is, I'll take anyone. I don't care about your ethnicity, your background, your past. I don't give a shit. All I care about is whether or not you have the courage to take this leap forward into the unknown. And he is going off. And he said one quote, and I'm sorry I need to do this for you only Hunter fans, but I'm sorry. He says this quote. He says, "Let us go to the new world." I was like, yo, that's some straight One Piece shit. That's some straight One Piece shit right there. Let us go to the new world. Shin Sekai. Shin Sekai. I'm just saying, but it was good though, cause he is amped up. I'm like, yo, this guy. I want to see this guy fight someone really like. Oh man, if he has the same techniques as Netero, the former chairman, but only better, because you know Netero wasn't fighting all the time. This guy looks like he's seen some recent combat somewhere. I have no idea. So yo, I'm just saying, beyond Netero could truly be beyond Netero. But no, but this chapter's not over yet, because shit gets even crazier. I'm like, whoa. So the Zodiacs are freaking out, and what happened is apparently, all right, former chairman Netero foresaw this. He foresaw this, and he had 2 discs instead of 1. So on the second disc, apparently it was a statement saying that if someone comes around stating that they are my son, then the 12 Zodiac Knights all have to watch this video. And the thing is, they're debating because Baristan and Gin aren't there, which brings upon Cheeto's announcement. However, before that happens, we get to see Beyond Netero in his castle, or a castle, and he's speaking with his men. And he has his gunas, his men, all right? And he's basically asking one of his men, who appears to be the smart one, a lot of swirls, a lot of weird shit going on with this guy, all right? I mean, that being, look, man, we all know HunterXHunter, and in HunterXHunter, just because you look weird doesn't mean that you're not powerful, all right? We all fucking know. I mean, Hisoka, all right? This guy looks beyond weird, but shit. I mean, this guy gets boners, and you know shit's about to get down. I'm just saying, in the wrong way, in the really twisted wrong way, like heads fly. That's but off topic, all right? But basically, he's asking this guy about how it would take them in order to reach the outside world through the V5, and it would take a very long time. There's a really long process about setting an application and waiting for a response, and then going to each of the 5 nations for an interview, and then at the end of the day, once you do reach the outside world, you're going to be heavily monitored, and you can only go so far. So the thing about it is that, you know, Beyond Netero is not down with that. He wants to go and explore. He wants to go in deep, very fucking deep, and then we see a picture of him and his boys. All right, him and his boys. It's a bunch of people. We don't know their names yet. All I can tell you is that one person looks like that one guy from Bleach, the 3rd Squad vice captain Forgot his name. He looks really emo. Kind of looks like an emo Sanji, like a really emo Sanji. And then there's one guy who looks like Popeye the fucking sailor. Weird black hair, bald chin, you know, just a bald chin. I was like, okay. And then at the end of that corner, I was like, no. You can't be in there. No, you can't be with these guys, man. What? I was like, come on, dude. Fucking, oh, man. Puristan is a part of Beyond Netero's group. I was like, no, what are you doing, man? Yo, this guy, I didn't see him fight. This guy is ridiculous. He is, that's the fuck, man. Like, why is he in there? I can't even say the words. I can't even say the fucking words. He's in there. He's part of the group. He defected from the Zodiac Knights, or at least the Zodiac 12. Not only him, but Gin. I was like, no, not Gin too. They defected. They submitted an application for withdrawal from the Zodiac. I was like, wow. And then by default, Cheeto is going to use that in order to push the viewing of this second DVD. And oh man, and was that the end of the chapter? I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm forgetting one thing, but Jesus Christ. I mean, hold on, give me a second, because no, give me a second, because there was so much in this chapter. I don't want to leave it all out. I really don't. I just can't. Yeah, Puristan and Gin, they leave the Zodiacs, and Cheeto approves of this, so she approves them leaving. Oh yeah, of course, the last fucking part. And in the last part, the second part of Cheeto's announcement is that the V5, the modern nations, the V5, they want Beyond Netero dead. They want him hunted. I was like, fuck. This is too much. They do. And that was the chapter. That was my long ass synopsis right there. It was so much going on in this chapter. I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? And you know what? This chapter would have been amazing. It would have been amazing had it. God damn it! I can't believe you, Togashi. Stop playing Dragon Quest, dude. Stop. This chapter would have been amazing. However, Togashi has announced that he is going on hiatus. A long hiatus. I was like, oh, you can't be serious, man. You can't just leave on this. Like, fuck, man. Togashi. It's smart. It's a dick move, but it's smart. If you're gonna leave on a high note. I mean, the series is not over yet. I doubt that. I mean, obviously, duh. Fucking hell, that'd be stupid. But shit. Oh my god, it's just like I want to see this. I want to see shit go down, and Togashi is fucking with my mind. He's fucking with my mind. No, nigga. Okay, but first of all, for the actual review, and I apologize. This is pretty long. However, I mean, again, it was a lot. So first thing I want to point out is that this dark continent, I don't know if it actually means the entire outside world or if it's just a section of that outside entire world. Now two things. It could either be the bridge into the outside world or it could be the outside world itself. And also I do want to point out that they mentioned how there's actually people living in the dark continent, humans living in the dark continent. Also, how these magical creatures, like the Chimera, like the Chimera ant, they came from the Dark Continent. So, I mean, that could be one of the reasons why this calamity that they speak about. All right, because think about it. When the Chimeras came in, it was one Chimera. One Chimera came in, and she was able to almost desecrate an entire country. Seriously. One magical creature came in from this dark continent and was almost able to wipe out an entire country. That's some crazy shit. So, I mean, look. One magical creature was able to produce spawn, and these spawn were able to take out top tier. Well, I mean, chairman is. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's top tier. So they were able to take out people like the chairman. That's crazy shit. So I can see why a calamity could possibly happen. All right, if Netero wasn't there in order to stop King or Miriam, then shit would have hit the fan big time, big time. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because even though there was a lot of information in this chapter, I wanna leave it at that, because I mean, there was just so much. There was so much. So I will see you guys later. All right, I will see you guys later. This was a very, 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 very good chapter. Togashi, Hiatus, stop playing Dragon Quest, my dude. Stop. I mean, look, man. I have no idea why you're actually on hiatus. I have no idea. If it's personal problems, that's fine. I'm only a fan. All I can do is do this, and that's it. But that being said, King of Lightning, rate, comment, subscribe. The best chapter of this week for Shonen. End of story. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Signing off.